What is up, super fam and bro vengers alike? I am Sensei Finito, aka Vane Sensei, and welcome to Marvel Bros, where we discuss all things Marvel and everything pop culture. And today we are going to be checking out Season 2, Episode 4 of The Last of Us. I am really excited to jump into today's episode. I can't lie to ya. I have been having a really good time with this show. Every episode has just been really good, and I think the show continues to get better and better and better. So I'm hyped, yo. I'm hyped for what we're gonna be getting into today. You know what I mean? I think we're gonna be having a good time. So let me know how you guys are feeling about it in the comment section. Drop a 1 in the chat if you guys are hyped for The Last of Us episode 4 of season 2. Let me know how you're feeling. Cause I'm feeling hyped. I can't even pretend, yo. Last week's episode was a really good end to what we had to what we've had going so far with this show. So I'm pretty sure that this episode today is just gonna continue that notion, and we're gonna really be into it. We're gonna be talking about it. We're gonna be chatting about it, and all that good stuff. So let me know how we're feeling, y'all. Let me know how your weekend has gone as well. What did you guys do yesterday on Saturday? How has your Sunday been going so far? No matter what time it may be, wherever you may be, let me know how your weekend be. I had a good weekend. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had a really good weekend, yo. Of course, check it out. Saw Thunderbolts this weekend. We got some pretty dope things with Thunderbolts. We'll talk about it. We'll get into it a little bit more here in just a second. So, yeah. I hope y'all are ready to get into it. You know? Let me see. If you haven't already, make sure you guys drop a like on the stream because it helps out tremendously around these parts. You can also follow us on social media at Marvel Bros to stay up to date with all things Marvel and everything pop culture. Or you can follow me on social media at Sensei Finito to stay up to date with all my thoughts, theories, and opinions on whatever particular thing I may be partaking in at that particular time. I just dropped a also happy Star Wars Day, everybody. May the 4th be with you. I can't believe I haven't said that yet. Big May the 4th be with you. I hope everybody is hyped. I want to go live again later on today so we can watch Tales of the Underworld. Because I haven't seen that yet and I would like to, and it just dropped today for Star Wars Day. So, you know what I'm saying? I think that's what we might do, but I'm not a hundo on that though. Just yet. I'm not 100% on if we're gonna be doing that for sure or not. Yo, what's up with the Justo? What's up with the Thorin? How you doing, man? How y'all doing? I hope everybody's doing good today. Happy Sunday indeed, brother. Like I said, just happy Sunday. I can't wait. I can't wait either, man. I can't lie, man. I think that this show has been doing a damn good job. And also I haven't played haven't played the game, so not a lot that I can say from that standpoint, but just from the show standpoint, they've been doing a really good job. Like a really good job. I appreciate all the characters that we've met so far. Like all of the things have been doing what they need to do. As far as the Last of Us show's been going. Has it been doing what it needs to do for you guys? You know, have you guys expected something a little more, or was this is this good, or you know what is the vibes that y'all are really looking at? Let's drop that there. Bam. We got about 33 minutes until The Last of Us episode 4 drops. So make sure you guys are ready for it. Definitely go check out all the socials. We're always staying up to date with all things Marvel and everything pop culture. So, you know, if you guys want to stay up to date with that stuff too, then go on over there and drop a follow, man. Because we're always talking about nerdy stuff. This last week was crazy. Yo, so it is Spooder, man. How you doing? This last week was crazy, so I was kind of MIA, unfortunately. But this next week is gonna be better. We're ramping up the content. We're ramping up everything. You know, we got our Spider-Man, our Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man Let's Play going on right now as well. Episode 2 just dropped on Friday, if I'm not mistaken. Episode 3 will be dropping on Monday. We'll have episode 4 out later on this week as well. We have the new part of Andor dropping this week, and if I'm not mistaken, the Final Destination movie also drops this week, and I'm gonna be seeing that as well. So cool. Like I'm down with all of these things and stuff and things. I'm excited for real. I really am. I'm excited for all of the nerdy things that we have going on. We should probably be getting some Ironheart coverage soon. Now that Thunderbolts is out, maybe after next week or the week after, we'll start getting some Ironheart trailers. We might get an Ironheart trailer this week, or I'm not gonna lie, I feel like we could get one within the next couple of weeks. Within May, in May, I think we could get it, just so they can like end the month with like another bang. Especially since this movie dropped at the beginning of the month, so that'll be a cool thing to be able to lock in with. Yo, what's up again? How you guys doing? Saw Thunderbolts this morning. I always appreciate a good message for the film. Can't wait for the Fantastic Four movie. I agree, Justo. I agree. Yo, like I said, I also saw it over the weekend. Yo, we got some pretty dope little I don't know what the hell this stuff is called. Um Merch. It's not, is it just merch? I guess it's merch. Memorabilia. But yeah, the memorabilia merch, they gave us a keychain just for seeing the movie. There was also a Thunderbolts kind of companion comic that they dropped as well, and that's pretty awesome. You know what I mean? Like, check that out. That's pretty cool. I believe it's basically going over each one of the Thunderbolts and kind of looking at their dossier from the point of view of Valentina. So this is a pretty solid, this is dope. This is really cool, but it's not what I expect from Marvel when it comes to comics, especially with like the MCU. If you guys don't know, the Fantastic Four are actually going to be getting a companion comic when that movie comes out in July. At the beginning of July, I believe there is a companion comic that drops, and it might be about the origin story or something like that. I can't exactly remember, but we will be covering it here on the channel for sure when it drops. Like for sure. So I'm excited for that, like 100% excited. What else? Oh yeah. I got the little asterisks, the Thunderbolts asterisk. That actually looks pretty dope. I really like the way that looks. Oh, we also got the popcorn tin. As always, Thunderbolts popcorn tin. These popcorn tins were not the best, to be honest. Like, I expected a little bit more from the popcorn tin, and for so much emphasis to be on the asterisks at all time, for it like to not be on here in any type of way other than on the word Thunderbolts, I was kind of like, what? You know what I mean? Yeah, didn't understand that at all. Super dope that it's like gold inside, like, you know what I mean, like that century gold, I guess. And I mean, gold is also the color of the Thunderbolts stuff. And then we also got the little cup. I had to get Red Guardian. I wanted Sentry, not gonna lie, but they didn't have them, so got Red Guardian, and he's dope as hell. You know. Basic cup also. But I love these little dudes. Like, I really do. Like those the little toppers make it all worth it when they're lame combo deals. But other than that, it's dope. What's up with it, Lucian? How you doing? But yeah, yo, let's talk about it. Let's get into it. Ain't nothing to it but to get into it, yo. I am excited for today's episode, especially after episode 3. The episode 3 was just really solid, man. I've loved the season, but episode 3, it gave us enough time to really be able to deal with the loss of Joel. And that's also what the creator said in the making of, or creating The Last of Us, whatever it's called at the end. But in that deep dive that the creators give, he was basically saying how in the game, games are made to be, you move through things, and you get from one place to the next, and then you do stuff, and so because of that, they weren't able to really let the impact of Joel's death really weigh on you as the player. But here they wanted it to really be able to weigh on the audience, and that's why he said they basically kind of took a whole episode to really deal with the loss of Joel from everyone's perspective, and then not just the loss of Joel, but the loss that everyone is feeling at this time, which I think that's really strong and really powerful. That in the way that they did that, and I appreciate it. I can't lie, I do appreciate what they did within the last week's episode. But I myself do appreciate very much not only perspective storytelling, but also reactionary storytelling in a way, to where you are watching how a character reacts, or you are watching how the events that have already taken place ripple throughout the aftermath. That's what it is. I love aftermath storytelling, because you really get to see what happens next. That's my biggest thing, even with like Star Wars. Hashtag Happy Star Wars Day. Hashtag May the Fourth be with you. You know, but that's one of my things with Star Wars. It's like we've been living in a certain era for so long with Star Wars, and I'm ready to see the aftermath. And then that's what really bummed me out about the sequel trilogy, is like we're still dealing with the same thing. It's still not the aftermath. It's like it's still the same shit. So I'm hoping that we can, because they announced it at the Star Wars Celebration that they will be like telling a story after what we've already seen. So I want all of that stuff to really take place, so I can, we can get that aftermath. That's why I didn't have a huge problem with like Phase 4 either. It was very aftermath. Like, this is what's happened after this. This is what Wanda feels like after this, what so and so feels like after this, and I feel like that's what we really got to. They really were able to. I don't want to say condense, but they were able to condense that into that last episode. And then obviously the story of revenge and all of that is still going to be, is still going to continue to be told throughout the rest of the season. So I'm excited to see where all of that takes us, for real. And especially with having Ellie and Dina's relationship deep in the way that it has in this time. Like, being able to see them really connect, really lock in and link, and be able to discuss these different things with each other. Their bond is just becoming more emotionally significant, as well as I don't want to say dependent, but it's kind of like Ellie lost Joel, and then Dina is now there, not to replace Joel, but it's just like she's there now. So the way that I hope we get to see them kind of rely on each other in this next episode as well. We also heard them talking about the kiss. Dina said that she's back with old boy that's back at the compound or whatever. So Jackson, that's back at Jackson. His name's not Jackson, the place is Jackson. And it's just like, where do all of these threads continue to lead us? Especially with what we saw Ellie and Dina run up on in the last episode. I don't know what those people were called, but we saw like the religious group, the religious like faction that ended up getting slaughtered, and it was apparently by the WLF. And so it's like, damn, where where does that shit go? And does this get bad for everyone around? That's a big question that I have, is does this get worse right now? Because if it does, that's going to be, that's unfortunate, right? That's definitely unfortunate if things start to get worse here. But if they don't get worse and things continue to get better for everyone. Which I mean, let's be honest, that's probably not going to happen. But hopefully, we get to see where all of that takes them. Especially with Ellie being so torn between wanting to protect Dina, right, and then also trying to deal with her own trauma and anger that she has, because she's definitely going to try and protect Dina, and Dina is definitely probably not going to want that to go down. But we already saw them in a way at the beginning of the season, kind of, in action together. So who knows what happens? Who knows what we see? Another thing that I want to know more about as well is the state of Jackson and their stability, right? Like, since the town is kind of like cracked in a way, not well, I mean, their whole wall got torn down. I mean, they are repairing it, but still, right? They need stuff to get better. They need to fix these things. I'm interested in knowing if we're just done with Jackson, or if they're going to continue to have some issues going on. I don't know, maybe even with the WLF infiltrating them. I think that's even possible with all of the things that they were just doing, with all the things that they went and did. I'm pretty sure the WLF are going to be interested in where they were, what happened, and if they have to give a report about seeing an entire town and all that, that could really spark some trouble. So I don't know what happens next, especially because I haven't played the game. This is all from me being a watcher, and just trying to piece these different these things together. But it's gonna be insane to see what we really get going. So uh I also want to know if we're gonna get any flashbacks from Ellie. I've heard through watching like new rock stars and like their breakdowns, that in the game, I guess that there are flashbacks. I don't know about the flashbacks or what happens, but I'm wondering if they're gonna keep those flashbacks for other things that we just don't know about yet, and then that's how they continue to, fill the rest of the season for one way or another. And I think that'll be a good. I think that'll actually be a really good way to do it. I think that'll be a really good way to do it. And then, of course, like I said, I want to know more about the WLF, even the Fireflies and what's going on with them, especially because the therapist's husband was killed by Joel for whatever reason, and he was an OG Firefly. So it's like there are so many plot threads here that we could be connecting, and I don't know if they will, but I hope that they do. I hope that we do get some type of um, cross pollination with this. And what I really enjoyed last week as well was the subtle thing in the intro where it was just like one mushroom stalk that grew instead of two, also symbolizing that Ellie is now on her own for real. Like, I love little symbolism things in that right. I think it does a really good job. The show does a good job symbolically, metaphorically, and then just straight on actually telling you what's really going on, right? Like, I appreciate it on every level. It is definitely multifaceted in that way. But I don't know about, I can't remember what that group was called that got murdered by WLF, but I want to know more about them. I hope they're not just all gone now because of the WLF. That'll be sad. But if that is the case, then we'll probably find out more lore about them once we get to the WLF and we actually start meeting more of those particular characters as well. So, you know. So that's just a little breakdown of what was going on in episode 3, and then there's also some questions that I have with going into episode 4, I'm just I'm very curious as to what's going on in these certain aspects. Like it, especially with Dina and Ellie. We talked about it a little bit before, but is that relationship going to blossom in any way? Because they digging each other. And I don't know what happens. I don't know what happens, and she's already with old boy. But it does kind of seem like something bad could go down between them as well, which is what I don't want. I think we also saw a trailer last week, and it made it seem like maybe maybe Ellie gets bit, right? And Dina sees she gets bit, and then she has to tell her the truth. Like, oh, well, I'm actually immune to this, because don't murder me. I'm not, you know what I mean? Don't murder me, please. I'm immune. Like, is someone gonna even believe that who sees people die all the time from this and has to kill like they own friends and family because of whatever? Like that's a lot to put on somebody, but who knows? They're very progressive already, so they might be able to get it cracking. Another question that I have is what the hell is going on in Seattle? I think that's where they went to, right? With the WLF, they had Joaquin, our guy Joaquin Torres. He was up in the skyscraper, like doing lookout. They have full blown Humvees rolling through the cities. Like, who the hell is the WLF? How long have they been around? I don't think we've heard about them until now, which is an interesting thing, unless they're just they've always been in a different part, so there was no reason to know about them. Uh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That is very interesting. I also can't remember whether or not the people that were trying to ambush Joel and Ellie in the first season were when Ellie first shot someone, and then, Joel had to finish off the dude and she was talking about the kill and all of that stuff in the last episode. I don't know if those people were a part of the Fireflies or WLF or a faction of any kind, or if they were just people. Oh no, they were part of the Crazy Ladies faction. Never mind. I remember now. I remember. Yeah, this show has just been very sad, and it's been we've been on such a journey already with just the first season, and then these 3 episodes that we currently have, right? Like meeting those brothers that ended up dying, with the older brother having to take his little brother out, and then himself because he couldn't deal with what he just did. Like, bro, we have went on a goddamn journey, and it has been so tiresome, bro. Like, it has been tiresome as hell. And here we are. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, here we are, and we're just gonna keep on running. And I'm so hyped about that, though. I can't pretend that I'm not hyped to keep going, because I know, in these 15 minutes that we have left until this new episode drops, it's gonna be pretty hype city, yo. It's gonna be hype city. Yo, what's up with the Robot Eve? How you doing today? I hope you're having a good one. Let me know how you guys are feeling about it in the comment section down below. Let me know all of your thoughts, theories, and opinions about The Last of Us Season 2 going into Episode 4. I don't know why I got so tired all of a sudden. It just came out of nowhere. Episode 4. Bam. Go ahead and drop them. Drop all. Boom. All right. Make sure you guys drop all of those questions so we can get into it, man. Season 2, episode 4 is dropping in less than 15 minutes. We're talking about it. We're diving into all of our thoughts, theories, and questions that we have going into this new episode tonight. So make sure you join the discussion. I don't know what's gonna happen to Ellie here. That's kind of one of the things I'm also confused about. Is not only have they went and found, they've all but found the people that have killed Joel, but they have an entire like militia ready to go. So I'm not sure how Ellie will get through that, out of that. and it's kind of going to be, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a challenging thing for her to do. I think that's going to be a very challenging thing for her to do. I don't know if she's just going to be able to rock and roll like that. But hey, she might be. Hey guys, on a quick side note, if you don't know, I am always working on my story that I've been creating for these last, like, I've basically been creating this entire world since about 2020. I've got an artist that I've been working with. She's great. And we've been working on it quite a bit, and I'm kind of getting ready to start talking about it again and possibly putting some stuff out there to get a little traction going. And yeah, just continue that. So here's a little sneak peek of the story that I have coming your way soon.
6 nations divided. How the gods envisioned the lands of Ghaphora, where nations must praise their gods individually. Inguvu, the god of power, Altira, the goddess of reality, Akasha, the goddess of space, Akaili, the goddess of mind, Nafasi, the god of time, Isarin, the god of soul. Each god bestowed their name and universal property to their nation through the blood of their land. Diligent praise to these gods, along with the blood of the land, allows the inhabitants of Ghaphora to wield the universal property of their god. These inhabitants are called gifts. It is forbidden for these nations to fraternize with one another. Gifts, the lands of Ghaphora.
So, Gifts, the Lands of Ghaphora is a novel. It's a comic, and it's going to be told across those different medias in just different ways. I'm planning on doing an entire thing for it. Like I said, I've been working on the comic already with an artist. She's really dope. Probably one of these days I'll do like a whole live about it, just talking about it more, doing a full update on where the story is so far. And again, if any of you guys out there like to read just regular reading books before the comic comes out, you can always check out the first 5 chapters of the alpha copy that I have available. So yeah, definitely appreciate y'all. Definitely appreciate all the love and support from the super fam out there and all the newcomers that's always coming around as well. Appreciate all y'all. And I hope everybody's been having a good weekend for real, yo. We got about 10 minutes. Got about 10 minutes until this new episode is out, yo. So let me know what we are getting into, yo. Like the vision. Hey, I appreciate you, Justo. Definitely appreciate you, man. Yeah, I've been working on it for a little while now. But yeah, bro, I'm excited with all the progress that I've made with it, especially with, just finding an artist that's willing to work with me and all that good stuff too. So it's definitely stepping stones. It's definitely taken a minute to really world build and do all of that, nerdy stuff on the back end as well as writing. It's been a fun process though. And I think I'm going to work on a lot this week. Getting ready for a Kickstarter that I want to do, probably going into maybe the last quarter of the year, hopefully, but I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure about that yet. I'm excited for episode 4. Yo, what's up with it, Cecil? How you doing, G? I'm excited as well. What are you hoping is? Well, first of all, I'm gonna say this as well. Haven't played the game, so everybody try to keep it spoiler free from the video games. But yeah, bro, I'm really pumped for today's episode. I'm really hoping we see. I don't even know, like, you know what I mean? That's kind of how I feel. I'm not sure what it is that I even want from today. I'm still so crushed about Joel. I haven't even been able to finish processing that element of things yet, So today is probably just going to continue to keep us going on a goddamn doozy. Yo, it was free comic book day yesterday. Plum forgot. God damn it. Yeah, I'm pretty sick about that. I did not want to miss free comic book day. I 100% meant to go. I don't even know how that happened. I do know how that happened. It was a long ass week last week. That's how it happened. For surely. Where my candy at, yo? Okay. Where are we at, y'all? Um. Oh, I wonder if we're gonna see any more of the stalkers, yo. Those stalkers were so. That one stalker that we met in that episode was so wild that I'm hoping in this one we really get to see some more. Get some more stuff happening there, and really get to see what the hell we're dealing with. Because I don't think we know fully what we're dealing with, but the fact that the evolution of the infected are starting to really, like, not take a toll, but you're really starting to see what's happening, and you're really starting to see how the cordyceps and the infected, as well as humanity, is all kind of evolving in this new society that is being formed, and how everyone is out for each other. And it's like, yeah, it's so brutal. It's so brutal, but it's awesome though. It's brutal but awesome. You know what I mean? It's brutal but awesome. 5 minutes to go until this episode, and wait. I think we have a synopsis for this episode. I might be wrong about that, but I feel like they would have a synopsis for what today's episode is going to be about. I know they have the trailer. I guess we could have watched that. I meant to actually, but I forgot. Season 2, episode 4 is going to be titled Day 1. Whoa. Crazy how they were all talking hella shit. You know? Oh. I don't know what day 1 means. But it's about to be insane. I know it. Ow. Man, time is just ticking on by. I can't believe it. Time's slow keep flying. I feel like I just went live and we already about to be watching the episode. Let's go. That is a good sign. This is gonna be a banger. Um, um. May the fourth be with you. May the fourth be with you. Oh, oh. Anybody celebrating Star Wars Day? I hope you're having a good one as we wait for this new episode of The Last of Us to rain down upon us, I guess. Like I said, maybe later tonight we'll do a watch party for the new Star Wars, The Tales of the Underworld that came out. That looks pretty dope. So far we have Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Empire, and now Tales of the Underworld. It's like, damn, let's go. Like, give us more. Continue to expand the lore. You know? And you're able to get so much out in such little time. Oh, snap. T-minus 1 minute. Oh my goodness, I had no idea. Bro, what? It was just 5 minutes. Time is flying. Oh, Snizzle, the episode's already up, chat. This is not a drill. The Last of Us, Season 2, Episode 4 is now up for our viewing pleasure. I hope you guys are ready because I know I am. Okay? It's about to go down. It is about to go down. Down is how it's about to go. On 3, we are going to press play and enjoy this episode together. Episode 4 is titled Day 1, and the synopsis reads, let's do this again. Hold on. It's time to get into Season 2, Episode 4 of The Last of Us, and Episode 4 is titled Day 1, and the synopsis reads, after a global play. Oh, no, I think that's just what the name of the episode is. Yeah, I think this is just for, the show's blurb. But we're about to dive into this episode, and I am so ready, and I hope you are too. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's get into it. Well, yo, we're skipping all ads, just so you know, but we will watch the initial intro. Yeah, we ad free over here, baby. Damn, they just starting us right into it, huh? Damn. It's too late. Is that it? I didn't see how long today's episode is. I'm excited. Let's go. Yo, that's Josh. Well, yo, what is Josh Peck doing in this? Bruh. Hmm. Oh, damn. Damn. We're already off to a really good start. Did not expect to see WLF. Oh, this isn't. So they're not WLF. Ooh. Because you're all Greenberg. Oh, bro, it's Fedra. I didn't even see the Fedra on this shirt until right now. Damn. Is he about to kill everyone? Yep. Adios, Josh. Oh, damn. And that's how bro became WLF. Now make your choices crazy. Yo, that was a solid intro. I don't know if I've said this, but I really like Jeffrey Wright. Like, bro is an awesome actor. Like, I've loved him in every single thing I've seen him in. I haven't seen him in a lot of stuff, I don't think, but like him in Westworld, awesome. Him in the Batman, awesome. Obviously, the Watcher. Him right here that we just saw. I feel like I've seen him in another movie recently as well. He just does a really good job with all of his roles, and he is awesome in Westworld. You know, I gotta keep the blood flowing in the legs. Two or one person. Oh, just one. I was wondering if it would be two for Dina, for her and Dina now. You know what I'm saying? He's the best Jim Gordon. Yeah, I feel you. I feel that, Justo, for real. He does a really good job at it. And the chemistry he had with bro was awesome as well. 11 years. Oh. Damn. Yo, that's wild. Not the pregno Wando. Yep, it's the pregnando bondo. Seattle. Subtitles. Well, she's definitely pregnant. Maybe they were all Optimus is diabolical. That was loud as shit. Oh. That's a good point. Hmm. W. Shimmer. Maybe don't play the drums. That seems like the worst. She making hella noise. Hey, the theme song. Uh, yo, with the moisture packs. Damn, that's a nice guitar. Is that a caterpillar? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Music is emotional. Oh, that's a screensaver right there. God damn. Oh shit. What is this dude up to? Bro, look at him. Like he's not even the same type of character from those other shows, like the other movies I was just talking about. Like, what in the world? Damn. Double damn. Oh, don't no, don't show it. I did not know we was about to see a butt ass naked nigga. I did not know we were seeing dick and balls on today's episode. Favorite movie is Little Nicky, for sure. Ah, why did they show us? Oh no, I don't want to see the torture. Just imply it. Ooh. Oh, they. Oh, so they are monsters. Ooh. Chicken and egg games is a good thing to say. Ooh. The handout already is gangster. That was some gangster shit. I ain't even gonna lie, bruh. He stood 10 toes about what he was about. Oh! Young Blood's a psycho. Oh. Kind of crazy how we're kind of mimicking the thing that they did at the beginning of the season. It's like poetry. It rhymes. I feel like turning on a light as soon as you get into a place got to be the worst decision that you could make, especially before you know if people are there or not. Damn. 5 arrows to the chest is one hell of a way to go. Turn your lights off. But I guess if you're making all that noise, it don't matter one way or the other. 5 of them hanged, cut open, guts out. Is that first blood, homie? No. Feel her love. Arrows to the chest is crazy. I don't care if it's a baby, it's diabolical. Oh shit. Oh, you got a spider monkey that Damn! Took them out quick. Headshot, next shot, out of there. Oh shit. Yo, this show captures what it's like to play a game so much. Oh, they know they territory, bro. That's dangerous. They got they shit locked down. He said they in the circle to the transitions. Oh, bro, now it's over now. I also think the last place you would want to be is in the subway tunnels or something. You know what I mean? Damn, they got that shit sold up. Oh, damn. Oh my god. That's low-key scary. That type of precision is insane. God damn it, them damn cordyceps. Rutro. They're like migrating and shit. Oh shit. There's a shit ton. It's making shit rumble. Oh! Move your ass, Dina. Oh my god. They're climbing over so many dead bodies. Oh! Oh! Let's go, Dina. Oh my shit! Oh my shit! Bro, that reaction time is too quick! Keep running! Oh, the damn rusty ass turnstile. Oh! Shoot him! Shoot him! Shoot him! She's like, I gotta kill you, blood. Oh my god, that was high key terrifying. Yeah, she's like, oh yeah, you don't know that I'm immune. Tina, do not fucking shoot me. Damn. Dina G. Because you know they have full blown protocols to just murder you immediately. We saw that from how the last episode ended after the people had got bit. They just showed their arm and got shot in the face immediately. Damn. Damn. Whoa. Damn. Well, that's one hell of a time to drop that bomb. I was not expecting the finger blasting. They got crazy chemistry. I ain't gonna lie. Oh, the music is amazing. Hmm. You peed on it? You peed on it? That was cute. I'm not gonna lie. Are they still fighting the infected? Are those hella infected over there? My God? I am so hyped to see Isabella Merced as Hawk Girl. Y'all don't even know. That's the end of the episode. What? What? Wow. I hella did not expect that shit to end just now. Wow. Wow. I did not expect that shit just to end just now, bro. Wow. It was. I did not want that episode to end, bro. I did not want that episode to end for real. That was a great episode. Holy hell, chat. That was a great episode. Damn, that was a really good one, yo. All right, here we go.
And I'll keep going if you want. So what do you want to do?
Stop! If it's war again, we're gonna need all the soldiers we have. Isaac's wondering why you apparently killed some of your own men. What happened?
Oh, shit.
I sent a squad down to the basement. The whole floor was empty, not even rats.
Oh!
It's in the air.
Yo, so they are adding the airborne virus too? That's gonna be lit.
Ellie and Dina have entered Seattle finally. It is Seattle day one.
Here we
They
go.
find a place that they consider to be
The
relatively
making
safe.
of.
They haven't run into any infected. They haven't run into any soldiers. The only people they've encountered have been dead.
That's true.
We knew that the history of Seattle was fraught with violence, just like the history of almost every remaining city.
In
Yeah.
Seattle, we have a group that was under the heel of Fedra and was able to set up this uprising that in large part was helped by Isaac. And that's part of his origin story.
Isaac, who remembers what the world was like before, makes it very clear to these guys that they're assholes.
So I got 3 voters against the wall. I caught them red-handed disseminating pamphlets.
The citizens, why do you call them voters? Took away their right to vote. Somebody started calling them voters to mock them.
The reason these people are miserable is because Fedra has taken away all of their rights.
Isaac Dixon, who's leader of the WLF,
Let's
at
go!
the beginning of his story in the show, I wouldn't say that he betrayed Fedra. I think rather it's the opposite. He feels that Fedra has betrayed him in terms of ethics, commitment to citizenry, and so he takes steps to reinvent himself. Maybe at the expense of others.
That's so badass.
Welcome to the fight.
We were very excited when we were able to
Boy,
cast
young
Jeffrey
Brad.
Wright. So it made complete sense to us to bring him back in the same exact role because unlike some of the other casting choices that were in the game, he is the right age. He does have the right look. It had to be this larger-than-life character. Jeffrey Wright was such a brilliant actor. Felt like such a sweet opportunity that I, as a fan of the story, love, and I'm sure the fans of the game will eat it up.
Now make your choice.
You see him.
It's
this
dope
kid
that he's
a
also
chance,
the
but then
voice
you see
actor
that
for the
same
game.
person 10 years later, they're like a shell of that person that was once there before.
Scar got what he deserved. Fucking animal.
And I think you see it also with Isaac. At the very beginning, who he was, where his morals were, and now you join him much later. The WLF are just as bad as Fedra, and I think that's what's really key and what's so clever in Jeffrey's performance is that this is a character that has a lot of power.
Where are the Scars attacking next? Hold out your hand.
Isaac, for all of his
I was
insight,
not ready
still
to
seems
see
to suffer
Dick and
from the
Balls
same
in this
disease
episode,
everyone
not
has,
gonna lie.
which is
That was
either
crazy.
infected with cordyceps or tribalism. Isaac is still seeing the world as us and them, and we will see how that disease is the real contagion in the world today.
She watches over me. She feels my soul.
What I appreciated about that scene was Ryan, the other actor, who was chilling the vulnerability, but also the danger and the mystique that we associate with the Seraphites. And he kind of embodied just beautifully in that scene.
He did.
Are we?
Every day a wolf leaves you to become a Seraphite.
That was a hard bar.
None of us ever leave to become a wolf.
Isaac sees them as irrational, but
That
he
was hard.
recognizes that they're a threat to his power and they're a force to be reckoned with.
You really see Isaac's
And then he just
point
got
of
his
view
hand out.
basically and how he sees the world. For me, that's quite terrifying.
Fedra got fucked up out here. You think it was the WLF? Fedra gear. Almost looks like they were fighting each other.
As they're trying to figure out what to do next, they find a music shop. And in that shop, we learn something about Ellie. This goes back to season 1.
You want to learn how to play guitar?
That'd be great.
We find out that Joel did teach her how to play, and he taught her really well. And Dina arrives and sits down, and this is a moment that is from the game directly.
It was optional in the game, it
Oh.
was possible to miss it. But it was such a fan favorite. and
It was
we loved it
optional
so
in the
much,
game.
we
That's
encouraged
dope.
it
I
to
love
go.
dope ass optional shit, bro. I wish they showed parts of the video game as well. You know?
This really beautiful performance, not just from Bella and how she's playing it and singing it in this like very iconic song from Aha, But really beautiful performance by Izzy. We get to see
Yeah.
there's something else going on. She's having such a strong emotional reaction to seeing Ellie play this song.
The music shop scene was really special. It was one of those days that just felt really magical and easy. Bella played beautifully. I was serenaded the whole day, like, come on, that's awesome. Also getting to fall in love with the character in such a unique way was really, really cool. I think that's when she knows that she loves Ellie.
Damn, that's
You've gotten
awesome.
pretty good. Thanks.
She's a good ass
Just
actor,
for
bro.
this moment, they have this shared happiness, and it's a moment like we might live in this world. It's rare in the world that they live in, where they have to survive day to day, hour to hour.
I'm a massive fan of the game, and so I was so happy to have Take On Me in my episode, because that's like one of my favorite moments. Ellie basically is completely putting their heart on the line, singing the song, and Bella can play guitar, so that was a gift. So Bella learned the song. That made such a massive difference, I think.
All those lessons.
I was about to say it was probably little things like that that really made Bella like win over the role. Is being able to play the guitar, seeing like all these small things that aren't small things for the character. You know what I mean?
Way for them to both open their hearts to each other. The key thing for me was always keeping everything feeling grounded. Like, the KMB set is one of the most spectacular sets I've ever been on, but what happens in the story at that set is incredibly violent.
So the TV station was this big new set that Don, the production designer, and his team designed. To be honest, I actually think it might be my favorite set of the season.
No, they were cooking with that.
Based on the game, we sort of had a lot more to do in terms of how they get in and the little battle they have, how they escape. It was a really substantial build.
It just had all these different spaces for us to play in. There's the large open room.
God damn, bro.
When they first come in, there's this image that was very important for Craig to get right from the game, which is these hanging bodies, you know, lit up by the Seraphites purposefully.
I just get a little nauseous when I think about it. They put real people up there and they put them in harnesses, and they were just hanging with their like miles of guts spilling out.
It was really important that we do that with actual bodies, so it's stunt people.
That is
who
so
are hanging,
smart.
Which, you know, adds a layer of complexity to shooting the scene.
And then, Katie, let's see what happens when you guys go to hide.
It was terrible. It was
Whoa, that's actually
Dina and Ellie
crazy.
realize this is not a simple place. This is a cycle of violence that is accelerated, where people have now fully dehumanized each other.
That group we saw in the woods, they did this. What the fuck is wrong with Seattle?
Ellie and Dina must escape as the WLF returns to the station and see what has happened to their comrades, to people they care about.
Well, we can fit, they can't. Come on, come on, come on, come on. It was like very, very tight, and I'm a little claustrophobic, and I was really worried about getting stuck because I kept seeing Bella's gun would get stuck on like a rock.
This tunnel leads to an abandoned and, in fact, collapsed metro tunnel. And this was another incredible set that Don and his team built in an old newspaper factory.
It's a dream to come on a set like this. The show is
Bro,
all about
they are
visceral
cooking
and
with the
grounded.
sets, bro.
And when you have something like this set to work with, it makes our lives so much better.
Dina!
Ellie and Dina running on top of the train, and we see infected horde that are chasing them.
Yeah, like
Adds to the numbers, but we have to be invisible. We have to feel like everything is practical. So that's where visual effects and stunts will work closely together.
So really, really thinking someone's behind you, push up, swerve, find different levels, come up and out.
Stunties, mine is Cass and Isabella's is Naomi, really are so great at walking us through what we're doing and making sure that we're comfortable. And yeah, the whole stunt team were such a support during that episode. The scariest part for me is that actually inside it's full of skeletons and stuff.
The first carriage they run through is just glass cracking, but then the third one, the infected, they're not quite in the train yet. So then that earns you the moment with the clicker at the door where it's like, oh my god, they are in the train now. And then obviously the last carriage is just chaos.
3, 2,
Yeah, that's awesome. It's a dude wearing all that shit on his face. Like, that's
I mean,
wild.
obviously it's all fake, but like it feels really real to me.
In their escape, Dina is about to be bitten, and Ellie instinctively puts her arm out to take the bite, and that is when Dina is 100% certain that she is going to have to shoot Ellie in the head.
I love Dina's journey in this episode, right? Because
Damn, yeah, that is
being
super
quite
powerful.
sure about her feelings for Ellie. She talks about
That
her
is a lot of
sexuality.
emotions
I
in
told
one
my
day.
mother, and she said, no, you like boys.
Wanting to own who she actually is by the end of the episode. And I think that is a very moving and powerful story. Hopefully will touch a lot of people.
Dina and Ellie both have a big secret that they're hiding from each other in this moment. And so when that comes out, I think just the fear and the animal instinct of like needing to survive and needing human connection, that just kicks in. And I'd say that's probably one of the scenes with the most heightened emotion, like bubbling at the surface for both of them.
It's just water. Rainfall on my face, that's all. No shaking.
Ellie. I'm pregnant.
I remember when I read that in the scripts, that this moment that's filled with so much fear and so much anger, like really primal instincts, for that to turn into them connecting physically with each other for the first time makes so much sense.
Dina and Ellie love each other and care for each other so much. The two of them are now more than they used to be and will stay that way.
Damn. Come on, son. That was a banger. That was a banger episode right there. I'm not gonna lie. That was fire, yo. That was fire. I really like that. I really like that episode. I'm loving these making ofs that they have after the fact as well. Like, wow, what a well constructed episode. Like, that's one thing that I can say unequivocally about The Last of Us on Max is that every single episode feels crafted. It does not feel like, oh, this is just you know what I mean? No. This show is crafted. It is put together. And I like that a lot. I like that a lot. You know what I mean? Like they have done such a good job just bringing in all of these different aspects of these characters, the dynamic between these characters, even being able to show us this backstory or just hearing a backstory, right? The way that it was able to shine a light on the Isaac character and also the Dina character at the same time. And then also kind of doing this really cool thing where I think we kind of connect. This probably is not something that they did in the games because I know they didn't spend as much time with them. But I can't remember their names, but the dudes in the first season that had fell in love with each other, and then they literally lived their entire lives, the rest of their lives together until they, in the end, died together. It just feels very synonymous with that, right? Like it feels like that's kind of the same thing that we have going on with Dina and with Ellie at this time. Their relationship it seems very similar, but in, you know, of course, like it's inverted, right? But I like the way that we're able to look at those characters in that manner and just kind of get a deeper understanding of who they are, for lack of better words, because we really do sit there as we're watching and we see them just have a good dynamic with each other, just be a good friendship. And then we're able to see that friendship between them grow into something more. And then as they said here, where they're in this moment and it's filled with so many emotions, those emotions turn into physical enactment. Like, you know, like the emotions turn into action. That's a fire story to tell in itself. And I think that they told it in a really, in a beautiful way. And not to mention that the tension in this episode was freaking awesome. Like the tension in this episode was really great. I didn't know that's something that I love about this show is they can do a really good job of making you kind of forget about how bad shit really is. And then you and the character have to kind of get snapped back into reality. And it's like, no, we're going to have to shoot and fight our way out of this mess that we're in also. You know, like those things contrast each other in a huge way. So to be able to blend it together to where it's like, and seeing both perspectives, right? We have not seen Abby again since what happened has happened. And then the first character that we see outside of our MC is Isaac. And then we basically start with his backstory, right? I love the way that we're able to be grounded and rooted into these characters. And then we immediately are also understanding of what their motives are, what drives them, the things that really make them the character that they are. And I really enjoy the ends of these episodes where they give us the making of, because it also allows us to peel even more layers back and really view what's going on and try to make yet another decision on, quote, not what side are we on, but at the end of the day, right, Ellie and Dina did murder two people. Like, they both murdered somebody in this episode, right? And we're still rooting for them because in this time, it's very different, right? So it's interesting how everyone becomes the enemy of everyone else, right? They embody what the enemy thinks that they are and trying to take down the enemy, right? Like, it kind of goes into that you either live long enough to be the villain or you die the hero, right? You either die the hero or live long enough to be the villain. It's kind of giving that it gives us that vibe, but no matter what, it's kind of like you are always someone's villain. More or less is you are the villain in someone else's story. Period, right? So that shit is awesome. It's crazy. It's a beautiful story that they're telling. And I don't know how many more episodes we have, but I want them now. I think we're halfway through. I think this is our halfway point, you guys. If I'm not mistaken, this is our because I think there's 8 episodes in a season. Oh, there's 9 episodes. So yeah, I guess next week's episode will really be our halfway point, but I think this is a good way to mark it as well, because next week will be more than halfway through. So it's like technically half, I think. But next week's episode should be a banger. The next week should be a freaking banger yet again. I really do think so. I think the show has just been insane. And whatever we get into in episode 5, I think we're really going to start ramping it up yet again. I love the way that I love the way that the cordyceps have had their own story arc, yo. The infected and the cordyceps and all of that, like, the evolution of them is a story arc within itself, and I freaking love it. And if I'm not mistaken, in the game, the spores and shit travel through the air. It's not something that has to be, physically transferred. So to see that escalation here, in that trailer that they showed for what will be going on next week, it's like, ooh, hell yeah. It's going to be crazy next week. It's going to be crazy next week, and I am so ready. Like, boy, am I ready. And I hope you guys are ready too. Yo, because damn, that was a really good episode. Drop a 1 in the chat if you liked it. Drop a 2 in the chat if you didn't. Don't hesitate to drop all your thoughts, theories, and questions about The Last of Us Season 2 in the comment section down below. I appreciate each and every one of you guys because damn, this was a really good episode today. I can't wait to continue our journey with Ellie and Dina. I hope everyone makes it out of this okay. Because they are making me nervous about whether that is going to be happening or not. Shout out to the random appearance of Josh Peck in this as well. I love how Josh Peck is such like he in this movie, in this show, when we see him, he's just so, I think the word is vulgar, and it made me think of the movie when he's a kid and he's just going off talking mad shit like that. Like, I don't know what it is about Josh Peck, but I could listen to him go off for a while. Like, if he just did stand up just cussing people out or some whatever, bro, I could watch that, because any movie where they give him a role where he's just shit talking and that is like the purpose of his role is to shit talk, he does an awesome job at it, bro. Like, he really does. He embodies shit talking, bro. Like, yeah. Good episode. I can't wait to see more Jeffrey Wright. And yeah, I think those are all the things that I have to say about this one here, you guys. I definitely appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you guys have anything to talk about or want to say, let me know in the comment section down below. This week we have Andor season 2 episodes 7 through 9 arc 3, and I'm pumped for that. That show has been doing really well. I do believe that we have Thunderbolts on Thursday. Thunderbolts, what the shit? Final Destination on Thursday. So I'm hyped to check that movie out. And then on Friday, instead of Marvelous Monday, we're going to be introducing a new show that will be taking over our Fridays. So that will probably be happening next week, and you can also look out for some announcements and stuff like that along the lines on this channel. So you know, I'm pretty pumped to tap in. Tomorrow, you guys will be able to watch episode 3 of my Marvel Spider-Man playthrough. That game has been so much fun to play again. And I feel like I've never played it before. Playing it now and like adding commentary and all these other things as I'm playing it and talking about things along the way, I'm able to get like immersed in. Well, I only played the game once, and that was when it initially released. That's the only time. Like I beat the game one time, and when it initially released, haven't really played it since. Just started playing it for this playthrough because I want to get through the entire quote unquote trilogy of the Marvel Spider-Man games. So I wanted to start with 1, go to Miles Spider-Man, and then finish it off with Spider-Man 2 that just released. And maybe play some of those add-ons and DLCs that they've added and whatnot as well, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, this week on Marvel Bros is going to be solid. We're going to be dropping a whole bunch of content, probably recording some more videos. If any trailers comes out, we'll be dropping trailer reactions to those, all that good stuff. So if you aren't already part of the super fan, make sure you hit that subscribe button to join, because we are always following all things nerdy and everything pop culture. You can also join our Discord. If you check the description box of this video, the link is always there, or you can even put !Discord in the chat in order to get that link for the Discordia. All right. We're everything is about to be moving, grooving, and ain't nothing losing. So I definitely, once again, appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here on this Sunday. And I hope, and I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of their day. As I always say, stay awesome, stay nerdy, and don't forget to stay marvelous. Excelsior.
If you guys would like to support Marvel Bros, all you gotta do is visit our website at www.marvelbros.com and buy some merch. Represent the superfan. Or you can join our Patreon to get early access to content, patron-only scoops, giveaways, private Q&As, and those sacred watch parties. We appreciate you guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Excelsior.
On today's pop culture news update.